Well, hello and welcome. We are coming to you live from right outside the Optus Stadium. Just to give you an idea what the atmosphere is like, just check this out. So, it feels like a party, and it is a party. Okay. Can I ask you a question? Is this energy only for now, or will it continue with it?
It will definitely continue inside.
It is. Will it continue all night? For the next 6 hours?
Energy will continue until the World Cup India wins.
Ah, he's saying not just till the match, but till the time India wins, this energy is going to be.
Every fours, every sixes, every weekend, we're going to cheer for India only. Every player, every bowler.
What are you expecting to see today?
Of course, India winning!
Who's your favorite?
Kohli! Kohli! Kohli!
Talking about Kohli, check this out. So bring it down. It says, keep calm and trust in Kohli. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Come, give us the jig here. What are you expecting to see?
Obviously Kohli.
No other Indian batsman excites you?
Surya Kumar Yadav. There are lots to see. Rohit Sharma, Surya Kumar Yadav, Hardik Pandya, and obviously Bhunesh Kumar and Arshdeep Singh. Cheer for Arshdeep Singh!
Okay, thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Keep that energy going. So lots of energy here at the Optus Stadium. You thought India versus Pakistan was big, but I tell you what, India versus South Africa, a big game. Also, plenty of people going to be turning up. Let me quickly show you the Optus Stadium, which is right behind me. That's the Optus Stadium. It's a huge venue, but there is also going to be a packed house. I'm really struggling to see a few South African fans. It's a big struggle to find any South African fans. All you can see is a sea of blue. Okay, joining us live on the show, Pragya Anoja, Harbhajan Singh and Sunny Gavaskar. Sai bhai, as the dhols here continue to play, let me ask you the mood question, the biggest question at the moment. India sitting right on top of the points table. It seems like a comfortable position, but how crucial is this game? Because one slip up, you never know, semi-finals may not be that easy.
From the confidence point of view, this is crucial because you want to win just about every game. You cannot say that South Africa is a tougher team to beat than Bangladesh or Zimbabwe. Every team in a T20 format can be tough to beat because an over or two can change. But yes, I think this is going to be a real test because South Africa has got a very, very good pace attack. South Africa is playing in Perth where there is extra help for the quicker bowlers. So this is going to be a real examination of our batsmen.
Okay, Harbhajan, same question to you. As Sunny Bhai points out, it's going to be a big examination of the Indian cricket team because yes, they played very well against Pakistan, but South Africa in these conditions can be a very, very dangerous side. How do you reckon this game is going to go and how crucial is it for the Indian team?
Most certainly, this is probably the toughest side, in India's point of view, I would say, because India have faced Pakistan. That was a very, very high pressure kind of a game. But in terms of quality of the players, I think South African have a better quality players in their batting lineup and also in their bowling lineup when it compares to Pakistani team. Of course, this will be the real test of Indian team because they are playing in Perth and that too against Rabada, Lungi, and their fast bowling looks really, really good. And South Africa will be very happy and thinking that they have the best chance because they have a very, very good fast bowling on such track where it just gives a lot of bounce and pace.
Well, alongside the discussion that we're bringing you, all the analysis that we're bringing you, you can see some live visuals of all the scenes outside the Optus Stadium. We've got multiple cameras covering the excitement here. As we showed you at the start as well, there are dhols here, there are songs here, the saxophone here, everything. So it seems like a carnival-like atmosphere. Pragyan, to you, the same question I asked Sunny Bhai and Harbhajan Singh. You think the Indian team would be well aware of the challenge that they face against South Africa? Because yes, you've started well, it's been a dream start, 2 matches, 2 wins, but they know that one slip up, the format of the tournament is such, one slip up and your position for the semi-final could be under doubt.
Yeah, absolutely. Both the teams know what is the magnitude of this game and where they stand, particularly in this tournament. So both the teams will not take it lightly. But when you talk about the momentum, it's with Indian team, and saying that it is very important what kind of 11 these two teams have, because I strongly believe that India should have someone who can contribute with both bat and ball. And when you look at South Africa, maybe they can reduce one spinner and get the all-rounder yeah.
Sunny Gavaskar, you know, one thing that we're seeing here, it's pretty chilly. I'm wearing a jacket. We thought that this was going to be the summers for Australia. It's not quite summery. We've got overcast conditions. Right now the sun is out, but very, very cold. You think the cold conditions are going to favor the South African team? Because whatever said and done, these are the conditions that they encounter when playing back home as well.
Yes. To a great extent. Having said that, let me say that the fastest pitch that I ever played on was in Chennai in 1978. 1979, 1980, 81, Chennai pitches had a lot of bounce and carry. So yes, I think if you had played in Chennai around that time, you would have got pitches where there was the kind of bounce that you see in Perth or in Kingston, Jamaica, or Barbados. But yes, I think South Africa perhaps play a lot more on these kind of surfaces, and if this kind of weather holds, that will also help the South Africans.
All right, Harbhajan Singh, Sunny Gavaskar, we'll come back to you. But for the moment, let's take a look at how the two teams stack up ahead of this very crucial encounter. As I said, these two teams have played each other in the recent past. India hold the edge, but in these conditions, South Africa can be dangerous. Let's take a look at all the team combinations and how the two teams stack up.
A mega clash awaits in Perth. One team with big names and perhaps the title favourites. The other, a world-beating team, but with a baggage of ill luck and a tendency to choke under pressure. India versus South Africa is the definition of a big game. The stakes are high for both teams. One win for either side and their semi-final hopes will brighten up. A loss, though, could prove to be fatal. Both teams will be very familiar with each other. This will be the 9th India vs South Africa T20 International in 2022, with men in blue enjoying a 4-3 lead. India's confidence is high after beating Pakistan and Netherlands, and now even Rohit Sharma has hit form following a half-century in Sydney. But Virat Kohli has given this team a different dimension. In 2022, Virat averages 57 with a strike rate of 141. These numbers are back to the peak Kohli levels that one saw before 2020. But the Surveer duo of Suryakumar Yadav and Virat Kohli enhanced the impact of the middle order. In 2022 alone, the Surya-Virat combo averages 77 in T20Is. In the clash against Netherlands, the duo were at their finest. Not just the batting, but the bowling has also been spot on. Mohammad Shami, Bhuvneshwar Kumar and Arshdeep Singh have been impactful in the power play. A combination of wickets and economy giving India the edge. With the Perth wicket assisting pace and bounce, will India change their playing 11?
I'm sure everything will be taken into account. So we haven't really sat together yet to discuss, because we haven't been to the ground yet. So once we look at the team and the conditions, and then I think all the discussions will take place, and then we'll try and pick the best team that we can.
Perth is all geared up for the spot boiler, and the winner will take a big step towards the T20 World Cup semi-finals. Sports Bureau, India Today.
Okay, so that's how the teams are warming up for this big encounter. You could see next to me as well, there are song and dance and seems like a party-like atmosphere here. And you can hear all the very famous Bollywood numbers being played here, all getting very nostalgic. Some young kids, some grown-ups. I even see a lot of veterans here. So that's, the scenes here at the Optus Stadium. Let's go over to Harbhajan Singh, who's still live with us. Bhajupa, one thing I know we're building up as a big encounter. We know in these conditions South Africa are dangerous. They always come to a big tournament as one of the sides who are favourite to win. Here also they're considered the dark horse. But then when it comes to big tournaments, there's something that goes wrong with them. What do you think is the reason that they end up choking in the big encounters?
Yeah, I think South Africa will be thinking, how to get a win under their belt, because they have lost one game against Zimbabwe where they could have got 2 points, but they got only one. But this is kind of a very important game for them, not do or die, but most certainly most important game, because they are playing the top quality side and they know what India can do. Their fast bowlers, what they can do, their batting line, what they can do. So, I'm sure they'll also feel a bit nervous, facing India in this competition, because India is a top side. When you're playing against them, you always have to come very, very prepared. And I hope this will be a great game to watch, and hope may the best team win. But I hope that best team is India today.
Pragyan, just looking at what Harbhajan is saying and just extending that logic as well, these, big decisions that go wrong for South Africa, crucial moments where they end up not playing the right things, it's not a coincidence. It's happened so many times before that you have to clearly say it's not a coincidence. What goes wrong for them? Is it the weight of expectations? Is it the fact that they've not really done in big trophies? That comes back to haunt them. What do you think actually causes them to shoot themselves in the foot?
Yeah, I strongly believe there are two reasons why somebody doesn't cross the line when they have the potential to cross it. The first one is psychologically how it is impacting on you and your team, how you're responding to it. And the other one is the expectation and the experience that normally, if you see why Australia, India and few teams, they regularly win tournaments, because they have the capacity to do well in a crunch game or understand what is expected out of them in a important do or die game. So that is the reason you see all these teams that they do well. And if you look at South Africa, it has always been their mental aspect, what they think, how they prepare and how they handle the pressure. Because when you talk about their skill, they are too good, they have been performing, they are one of the top 4 or 5 teams in the world. But I strongly feel that mentally somewhere they have that block where at crunch situation they bog down to those pressure. And I tell you, any sport, it is all about how you handle the pressure.
Yes, handling the pressure, that's been one area where South Africa have been found wanting. Saribhai, to you, and this I think is the million-dollar question. Even Stevens, it seems like some things in favor of South Africa, some things in favor of India, but if I was to push you to pick one team, who do you think go in as the favorite in this encounter?
My feeling is that India just a little bit ahead, simply because of the rhythm that they've got. South Africa have played 2 matches, but one was washed out really. So they are 3 points. They've only played 1 match. They've played and batted really well. They bowled well too against Bangladesh. But India have had one really close encounter. Now when you win that kind of a close match, then it gives you a lot of confidence. Then you come back a couple of days later and play very ruthless cricket and beat another slightly lesser ranked team, then obviously your confidence is very high.
Okay, so Sunny Bhai has picked India as the slight favourite. Sunny Gavaskar live with us says India slight favourite going into this encounter. But Harbhajan, the one area of concern for India, yes, you could say they are slight favourites because they've had a winning start. But that one concern has been Indian openers, especially KL Rahul's form.
Yes, most certainly. Rohit, told everyone in the press conference itself that he wasn't at his best, but still that 50 will boost his confidence going forward. And where we're talking about KL Rahul, yes, we definitely looking for some sort of runs from his bat as well, because he's a quality player, and maybe this wicket will suit him because it has more bounce pace, where he kind of plays a little late. So on this wicket, it might help him to get those runs. And India having Virat Kohli in form, Surya Kumar Yadav in form, but definitely they will love to have an opening partnership stand where 6 over 45 for none. Then that you definitely gonna get runs on the board no matter what now. So it is very important our openers to start well. And despite of Virat and Surya scoring most of the runs, I think they'll also be itching to score few runs, KL Rahul and Rohit Sharma up front.
Okay, the operative word of what Harbhajan Singh just used was that they'd be itching to score runs. So yes, the Indian openers would be itching to score runs. Pragyan, KL Rahul, I mean Rohit Sharma got runs the last encounter. KL Rahul, you reckon these kind of conditions, the bouncy track, some pace on the ball are sort of conditions that are ideal for someone like KL Rahul, because he has the game to play on that back foot and maybe a good opportunity for him then to get back into form?
See, I wouldn't say to get back into the form, that wouldn't be, I wouldn't be doing justice, because he is in form. He's not been getting runs, but if you look at the way he's timing the ball, he's been absolute spot on. And a man of his stature and with that class that he carries, I strongly believe these kind of wickets, I don't think it will be tough for him, but yes, it will be challenging. But how he manages that, if he thinks about those 2 games that he could not get runs, then I think he'll be putting undue pressure on himself. But if he goes out there saying that 18 days I was here practicing in this part of the world, I know what to expect and who are the bowlers, how are they going to go after me, and I am the best and I can deliver, then you will see a different KL Rahul. So there are 2 ways to it. One, KL Rahul who's not got runs and he'll be clustering things in his mind. The other one, who has the skill, been timing the ball well and are ready, prepared already in Perth. I believe one of these 2 who comes out, we will see that guy on TV.
Okay, Sunny Gavaskar, Harbhajan Singh, Pragyan Ojha, stay with us. We'll get back to you for some more analysis of the game.